right, how's it going? Episode 10 of the Eric and Brad Show. Eric and Brad Show at gmail.com, Eric and Brad Show at gmail.com. My name's Brad.
My name is Eric.
How's it going, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
Oh, I'm fucking hanging in there, brother. Hanging in there.
Yeah? Is
Yeah.
is Brad's world crumbling apart?
No, actually, no, not really. It's actually been perfectly fine. I went to the dentist.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Just for a
like-
cleaning, or you got some shit like's gotta fucking...
No. Everything's perfect.
Oh, good job.
Everything's good. But like I walk in, as soon as you walk in the door, they say like, we need to take your temperature before you can come inside.
Oh, yep.
So I'm like, okay, and I stand there, and then she's like, can you come a little closer? I'm like, and she's like, you have to come closer. So I'm like, and she's like, holds this fucking temperature gun right up to your fucking forehead. She's like, okay, you're good. Do you want to wait in here or wait in your car? I'm like, I'll wait in here. And there's like two chairs in the waiting room, like pointed at each other. All the other seating has been taken out. It's like you arrived at your therapy session, like before your therapist. So I just like sit there and I'm like, that was fucking weird. And they really make you feel like a child at the dentist. They're like, what flavor would you like? Like for like the cleaning stuff, I guess. They're like, would you like bubble gum, cotton candy, fudge, mint, berry? And you're like, oh my God.
Huh,
It's like,
that's weird.
You're like, berry? And then at the end, they're like, what color toothbrush would you like? Pink,
Oh,
green,
they gave you
blue?
a toothbrush, too?
Yeah.
What fucking dentist did you go to?
They're like, what color would you like? Pink, green, blue, red, yellow, orange? And you're like, just do green. And they're
Maybe
like,
they
not
thought
pink.
you were, like... did your mom drop you off or something? Like, maybe they
No.
thought you were special.
No, and then walking out with that little bag is like so
Dude, why did
childlike.
they give you a bag? What dentist are you going to? I haven't been given dentist shit. Even when I was a kid, they stopped doing that. Like, when I was, like, 13, they're like, okay, fucking... He doesn't need candy and goodie bags anymore.
Well, what the... Yeah, I know. I'm like, they might as well just give me a lollipop. Like, you're walking out with that tiny little bag.
Yeah, like, when you walk out, they're like, wait, do you want to grab something from the chest? You know?
Yeah. But it's very childish, the dentist. I don't know. Maybe
You just
people
go
are
to
getting
a
these...
weird dentist, like, obviously.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe people don't get these bags as regularly as me, but I've like haven't bought a toothbrush in years, because every 6 months for the cleaning, I always get one.
You're on it every 6 months? Fuck, I haven't. Yeah, I need to go do that.
Oh, you gotta go, dude.
I put the fucking dentist off like the fucking plague. I fucking hate going to the dentist.
I did that. I think it was 2011 or something. They wanted to take my wisdom teeth out, and I just didn't go back. And I didn't go back until 2014 because the pain on this side was so excruciating at that point. I got one time at work, I stood up and I started walking, and I put my arms out because I was almost about to hit the floor because I felt like I had just been shot in the face. It was so bad. And I finally went in, and they're like, we have to pull this tooth, like, now. So they're like, boom. It was,
Right
and I'm
there?
like, I'm never, oh yeah.
Just one
it was,
tooth?
Yeah. It was like the nerve was exposed in it at that point. And I hadn't
Oh.
chewed on that side of my mouth in months. It was so painful. But I'm like, okay, as much as I hate it, I'm going every 6 months from here on out, you know?
Good for you, buddy. I should have learned my lesson. When I had fucking moved here, I had put the dentist off forever. And fucking, like 7, 8 years or something like that. Did not go to the dentist. That was not into it. And fucking, yeah, I went here to a dentist, and yeah, I had like so much shit that had to get done. And it sucked ass, and it cost me, even with dental insurance, it cost me a pretty fucking penny. And fucking, and the guy's like, how do you want to do this? And I'm like, let's fucking just knock this shit. I was like, I don't want to be here.
Yep.
Let's get it all fucking done. Everything.
Yep.
Throw it at me. I want my mouth to be fucking done. And so, yeah, he did it over 2 days. And just like, dude, I had a lot of shit that I had to get done. Fucking, it sucked balls. I hated it.
Yeah.
But he did. What I will say to people, I learned this about dentists. And now I do it every time. Because I'm one of those people that gets like crazy anxiety about going to the
Yeah.
dentist. You know, I
Yeah.
freak the fuck out every time. Now I go to a dentist and I'll explain that to the dentist, and I'll be like, "Hey," and someone did this for me. A dentist did this for me and gave me the idea. I was like, "Oh, well, I can just ask for this now." But what I do is I'll go in, talk to the dentist, and I'll explain that I have like debilitating fear, when I come in here, and it's just miserable. And like, and you just ask for a Valium. You just, hey,
Oh my God.
can you give me a prescription for Valium for the night and day of the procedure or whatever? And they'll fucking every time they're just like, yeah, no problem. And then
What?
they'll write you a prescription for Valium. And I don't know if you've ever taken Valium before, but
No.
I had got, actually what gave me the idea is I got Valium when I got my wisdom teeth pulled. I had all four pulled, and they put me,
Yeah.
an anesthesiologist put me under, and they just gave it to me. They're just like, okay, here's 3 pills. They're like, the night before you go, the night before, take this pill before you go to bed. Then when you wake up, take another pill, and then an hour before the procedure, take the third pill. And dude, I was fucking floating on clouds when I walked into that place. Like fucking, I had the biggest smile on, dude, just like, woo, like did not care about anything. And that's, if you've never done Valium, that's what it does to you. Like you will not get nervous. There's no fear anymore over, like, they could literally go chop your arm off and you would just giggle and you just be like, okay, man, like fucking do it. Like, so
What the fuck?
anybody that has problems with that, ask your dentist for Valium. They will fucking give it to you. And if they don't, fucking go to the next dentist, because that guy will. Fucking, I've never had an issue with it. Just explain, like,
Right.
I have debilitating fear. Yeah, so your PSA,
Dude.
quick PSA
Yeah.
about Valium.
About how to score.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I got this background.
Boom. Oh, yeah.
I had to fucking rearrange my whole room, and it was exhausting.
Boom.
Good God.
Dude, you should get some fucking,
Well,
is it,
I'm gonna change it. This is not gonna. I'm gonna completely change it. I had a new idea the other day.
dude, you should just buy some of this fucking seamless paper, man. It's not that expensive.
No, see, I'm right up against a wall.
Yeah, put the seamless paper right behind you.
So I ordered a bunch of those soundproofing squares, red and black. So I'm just gonna do that.
Just all black.
No, all red and black soundproofing squares. That's what I'm
Oh,
thinking.
you'll checkerboard it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, that's
I think
cool.
that's a good. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Cause,
Is
I
that
mean,
is that a sign above your head, or is that a
Yeah.
digital thing?
No. It's
Oh,
a sign.
okay. I couldn't tell if that you like put that on and through
It's from Walmart,
boom.
and so I got a bunch of letters.
Nice. I'm
I can
into
just
it.
put it whatever I want up there.
I
But
wish
yeah,
it was a little bigger. You should fucking you should do episode 10, and then underneath that you should write the guest name. Maybe? No, is that crazy talk?
Wait, with letters? I only have 2 of every letter.
Well, so as long as, oh, I mean,
You mean on this?
oh, so you're out of E's now.
Oh yeah.
E's are gone.
These are
Done.
gone. Yeah, so I don't know. Do you want to just have like a little show talk right now? Pull back the fourth wall or whatever they call it. As we've reached this fucking great milestone of 10 episodes so
Double
far.
digits.
I don't know. Double digits. I mean, can you believe that? That's craziness. That's just so many. But I don't know. I was just thinking like how do you think we're doing? Like, do you think we're doing good?
I do, man. I think we're
Yeah.
doing better and better as episodes go along. I think we're doing great.
Yeah, I do think. Yeah, I think we are improving. I don't know. I think we're doing good.
I think we're doing great.
I had this. I keep having this idea for the past few days of trying to get a cam girl as a guest, but then for like 5 hours the other day, I was trying to think about what questions I would ask, and I really can't come up with any. So
What?
a cam girl?
How could you not come up with like right off the bat, dude? I'd fucking come out swinging.
Well, I know, and I was thinking about it while I was driving around, and I would just probably have to if I probably just sat down, and tried to think of some questions I could, but I don't know. It's an idea. What do you think? Do you think I should try?
Abso-fucking-lutely,
Oh,
you should
God damn
try.
it.
I'd have
Okay.
so many questions.
But
Why
then
would
it's
you-
like, are we? then I was kind of thinking, like, are we sleazy for trying for doing that?
Fuck
I don't know.
no. What are you
Yeah,
talking about? Not
I
at all.
started overthinking. I started overthinking the whole thing.
I want to know how you're planning on getting a fucking whatever.
Cam girl,
Cam girl. Yeah. I was going to say web girl. It's like, that's not
you
it.
just reach out and throw it up there.
Fuck yeah.
See
I
if
mean,
that.
that's how you get shit done, you know? Just throw it out to the
Yeah,
world.
yeah. So we'll see.
That's fantastic. Um, have you, is there a lot of taco trucks there?
There might be one or two.
One? Are you privy to taco truck food? Like,
No.
no? Dude, I gotta say, so I am a connoisseur of taco trucks, and they're
Okay.
fucking everywhere here in Portland, everywhere. And I thought I'd found the best taco, which is just and like it's funny, like not talking shit at all about Joel's, but man, when you come and have some like fucking Mexican food in Portland, where there's a grip of Mexican people, like and
Yeah.
the fucking authentic fucking taco, like. It's just otherworldly. It just blows your mind. It makes all other Mexican food inferior, especially Mexican restaurant food is garbage. It is like the worst of the worst of the worst. I hate that shit. But
Really?
dude, they do. Have you ever just had like a straight up street taco? It's just meat, cilantro, onion, bam, done.
No. No.
It's the whole fucking taco and
That
they
sounds
better be.
delicious.
They better be on a handmade fucking. So if you go to, most taco trucks here, some of them are cheating bastards, and they do pre-bought tortillas. That's 50% of the thing right there is the handmade tortilla, and you'll see them like if you go to a good one, she'll like do a little ball up, throw it on the thing, smash it, fucking. It's like a fresh fucking tortilla. It's fucking
Wow.
bomb. So I thought I knew what was going on. But then this dude was telling me, he's like, no, you got to try this place over here. And it's like in this really ghetto spot. Like, it's weird. It's this weird little spot. And I've driven by it, and I'm like, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
So I went, dude, and they're on a different level. They have a pork, they have it on a spit. You know what a spit is?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, like fucking, like if you went to a Euro place, how they just cut the lamb meat, like,
Yeah.
off the fucking spit, like right into your Euro. Fucking, which is another thing. There's a lot of good Euro places here. But, dude, they do this pork marinated in pineapple pork fucking thing, and then they just slice it off right into your taco. Oh, man, it is fucking good.
It sounds good.
It is delicious.
Have you
It's
seen the
best
movie
thing
Chef?
ever. I haven't. No, I haven't. I don't really like watching food things because then I just get hungry and I get angry that it's not. In
Oh
front
my
of me.
god, you'd get so fucking hungry. It is such a good movie though. Such a good movie. But
I
you
can't-
start to food. He's the head chef at this 5-star restaurant. He quits his job and starts a food truck, and just makes this fucking delicious food
Oh.
driving across the country.
I got a chub, bud. I got half a chub
It
going.
is, it is so good.
Yeah, you got to come down to Portland sometime, and we need to do some taco truck rounds, dude. I mean,
That'd be
they're
sweet.
fucking in Portland, Gresham, Beaverton, all the surrounding areas, dude. There has to be about five. I would say 500 taco trucks, or like
Oh my
Greek
God.
or sandwich, and they're always like some of them suck, but most of the time it's bomb. It's just they got some niche thing going on there. And I'll give you another word of advice: is always ask them what their best thing is, and then just go with
Right.
that. Always,
Yeah.
always. I mean, that's with any restaurant, fucking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you're going to Dave's famous fucking shrimp shack, you don't order like, a taco.
burger.
You order the shrimp.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you get the main thing that they're famous for.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, no real conversation there. It's just really, I'm promoting Portland food trucks. I think we have some of the best in the world here. And you got to come venture out and fucking try some of these taco trucks out. I want some tacos now. Fuck.
I've never even tried like the Idaho taco trucks or the North Dakota taco trucks.
Yeah,
sure
it
I'm not
would make
missing
me
much.
nervous because I mean it's here it's great because a lot of the time you'll have like an old lady cooking in the back and she can't even fucking speak English. Then it's fucking bomb. You know what I mean?
Oh
It's
yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
she's cooking some shit up.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
for the last 24 hours, Joe Rogan's been the #1 trending topic on Twitter. I
Really?
don't
What
know if you
happened?
I don't know if you have known about this. Let me check and see if he's still #1. Oh, he's not #1. He was
I have,
#1 for a long
yeah, I
time.
haven't been on any social media. Like I said, I quit Facebook, so I get on it just to promote shit on the computer, but I took it off the phone.
You should come back.
You should. I can't do it, dude. I'm happier. I'm living the dream over here.
No,
Okay,
people
what's?
were just people were trying to cancel him again.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah.
was
Have fun with
ridiculous.
that. What'd he do?
So on one of the latest ones with Bill Burr, he said that people who wear masks are bitches. You
Boom.
know,
Yeah, I listened to
and
that one. He gets in. He like starts. Did you listen to the episode? I listened to it.
I watched it. I watched it. Yeah.
Um, he was kind of like he kind of gets pushing. It was funny when Bill Burr's just like, "You're not a fucking doctor. I'm not a
Yeah.
fucking doctor. Let's not fucking talk about this." He's like, "No, let's talk about it." You know what I mean? I was happy.
Yep. So it was for that. It was for he said that Joe Biden's cognitive health is in rapid decline, and people get mad about saying that, which is ridiculous.
Fuck woke culture.
And then there's the third
Fuck 'em.
thing was this clip that they were sending around of an old podcast with Joey Diaz. You know who that is?
Yeah, of course.
And where Joey Diaz was saying, and of course it's just a 7-second clip, right? Where Joey Diaz was saying, that he would let female comics blow him if they wanted like 15 minutes of stage time. And Joe Rogan laughs like with his head back, like ah, and people are like, "Fuck these two assholes!" Like fuck Joe Rogan and fuck Joey Diaz for those things. Like the people who wear masks are bitches. Joe Biden's health is in decline, and then that clip, and I'm like, oh my god! Like you're pulling a clip from 10 years ago that's like 7
Well,
seconds long,
fuck, you could pull anything from Joey Diaz, and it's gonna
right?
fucking like.
But it
Yeah,
was
I can't believe he hasn't been canceled. I just don't think he's famous enough. If he jumped up a few more ranks, fucking people would. You could, dude. You
but you
can't.
can't cancel these people.
Well, you can't cancel Rogan. That's for sure.
No.
I mean, no one. Yeah, I mean, you can bitch about it all you want, but the one thing, what's cool is he always talks about it in his podcast, and like I love that he's there doing this, but it's like you especially can't cancel him because he has no. He might lose sponsors. Some sponsorship spots, but it's
Yeah.
not like NBC is gonna call him and be like, "Nah, fucking cut him." Cut him off. Like
Right.
he could just record and keep putting it on the internet. Fuck him. That's great. Like, fuck
Yeah.
woke culture. He's doing it fucking right. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I love Joe Rogan. I think he's him and Elon Musk are like famous. They're the most level-headed, famous fucking people out there, and I'm glad they're fucking there. At least like not selling out to like the YouTube culture.
Yeah. I mean, when I see that though, it just makes me angry. I'm just like, why? Why do I
I can't
even look
wait
at
to
this?
hear him. I can't wait till the next episode.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Maybe? Are you like hinting that he,
No,
he
like
might actually get canceled?
No, like maybe he would even address it. That's what I was
Or-
when I was looking at it. When I was looking at it, I'm like, why am I looking at this? He's not even looking at this. You know?
I'm sure he'll say something about it for sure.
Maybe.
Fucking, it's probably just gonna make him dig his heels even more in on like arguing.
Yeah.
All these issues he's been arguing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
You obviously you've seen Silence of the Lambs.
Yes. Is she a great big fat person? Goodbye, horses. Boom, boom, bop, boom, boom, bop. I'm flying over you. Boom, boom, bop, boom, boom, bop. I love that song. It's so bad that song.
Is that the first song when he's like when you first get introduced to his apartment where he's fucking sewing that lady up or whatever?
No, it's when he's dancing and he's tucked and he's like, "Would you fuck me?
Okay.
I'd fuck me."
I'd fuck
Goodbye, horses. That's such a good song, and I hate that it's associated with that. It's like you
Why?
can't play that song because it's just associated with a man like
With
wearing
probably
a
one of the
dress.
most infamous scenes in any movie ever.
Yeah.
Like
It's true.
I mean, that's like that scene is like up there with the horse in the bed and The Godfather. You know what I mean? It's just like this
Yeah.
top 10 movie scenes of all fucking time.
I know. It's such a good song. Though. It's like it's not like you can
Dude,
play
it's
that
the
song at your
best
funeral.
movie. It's my favorite movie, hands down, of all time. I love
It's like
that fucking movie.
if you played that song at your funeral, people would be like, "Wait a second, like was he a fucking crossdresser or something like that?" But it's such
When
a
we
good
get
song.
off, I'd love to fucking play the audio of it, but recently I've been like nervous of fucking copyright shit with what we put on.
Yeah.
We have some stuff on today. I'm already like nervous about how we're gonna play clips of shit, and it's like I'm wondering how it's gonna go down.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Fucking, we'll find out. But anyways, what I was getting at, I love that movie. It seems like you really like that movie too, which is good. If you didn't, I think we'd probably just stop the podcast right now and fucking cut her off. Fucking.
You've probably seen it a lot more than me. I've only seen it a handful of times.
Watch it again. It's on Netflix right now.
Yeah, I just watched it a few months ago. I'm not gonna watch it again.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Is she a great big fat person? You know, there's a mistake. You know, there's a famous mistake in that movie where, spoiler alert, where he has the night vision on and he's coming up to her. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
And he has a gun and the room is dark and you've seen it from his POV of the night vision coming up to her with the gun. And as the gun gets close to her body, the shadow of the gun appears on her body. And that's a big mistake because the whole room is pitch black. There'd be no shadow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you catch that, or is this just something
No.
you stumbled across on the internet?
Yeah, I stumbled across it on some fucking YouTube collaboration.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So really, this whole thing is kind of just to talk shit on my girlfriend because it just blows my mind. Literally every movie ever she's never seen. Like I don't understand. Like, how have you not seen Silence of the Lambs? Like literally every movie I talk about, she's just like, no, never seen it. Like all the fucking bangers, dude. Like fucking. I mean, now I don't even know, but it'd be ridiculous. It'd be like, oh no, never seen The Big Lebowski, never seen, you know. She's not sure if she's seen fucking Up in Smoke. Like that was a recent one. Fucking, you can relate how? Because you haven't seen all the movies, or you're irritated by people that haven't seen like all the bangers.
No, because it's like certain childhoods, certain people, they're in their childhood, you know, only watched either kids movies or like the new movies at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then once you become an adult, you sort of have a decision to make whether you want to go back and watch those famous movies or not. And I have had quite the struggle fucking trying to figure that out. Well, trying to be like, what do I need to go back and see?
Were you sheltered as a child?
No, I mean, up until maybe 15, 16. Yeah. But then at that time, you're like, I'm only going to go see Hangover and Avatar and the newer movies and stuff like that. You're not, at 15 and 16, you're not like, I'm going to work back and watch Apocalypse Now and stuff like that necessarily. You're just...
Yeah, I've never seen Apocalypse Now, and I like have started it a few times, and I just like, I can't. Well, I'm not really big on war movies. They irritate me. I don't, like, what's the movie with
You should watch that movie.
What's the movie with Gomer Pyle? Full Metal Jacket? Like, honestly, I've seen the beginning of that movie up until he kills himself probably 10 times, and then I've never finished the movie. Because I just, like, then it gets into war shit, and it's just like, I mean, there's, like, I get, like, right to where he's like, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, and he's like, how do you shoot women and children? He's like, it's easy! You just don't lead them as much!
Okay, well, Apocalypse Now is not that much of a war movie. It's a fucking movie about life. It's good.
Isn't it about war? Aren't they in war?
Yeah, they're in war, but he's not like killing people.
It's not the killing that bugs me. I'll fucking watch it. It's
they
just
send a guy. There's a general that's gone AWOL and is left the army and operating as his own like crazy army. And they send a guy to go get him. They're like, you got to go get him. So don't go to the front line of the war. Don't go to that. You got to go up this river into the woods, and get this general and kill him. Basically, you're not going to fight the Vietnamese.
huh.
Good.
Huh.
It's awesome.
I'll watch it. Fucking. But yeah, I don't. It just but like I guess I just fell trapped to what I was just bitching about that I haven't watched one of the most famous movies ever. I mean, it comes up a lot.
Yeah,
But I just don't. I just don't get it. I mean, she is young. I think that's an issue. Like,
yeah,
I'm at an age now where I'll be talking to someone that's in their early 20s, and I don't really feel like there's a big age difference. Like in my mind, I'm just like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll start saying stuff, and they're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And it's like, what are you talking about? That was famous. And they're like, well, I was born in fucking 98. Like, what are you talking about?
yeah,
It's like, Jesus Christ, 98.
yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, has she watched Silence of the Lambs with you now?
We watched it the other night, and I knew she would love it because she's into she's into like the worst TV shows ever. Every time I just do this thing where I sit back and I watch her TV shows, and I just sit and talk shit on the TV shows. I'm just like, stupid bitch. Like I don't know, just like
Yeah,
whatever. She watches like she's really into Criminal Minds.
yeah.
And it's so dumb. I just can't.
It's fucking
Like
ridiculous.
you have to me, I argue with her all the time. I'm like, you have the world at your fingertips, and these are the shows you decide to watch. She watched. She was into Once Upon a Time. You know that show? It's like a
No,
mythical. You don't even know what it is? It's like
no.
it's this horrible show. A lot of girls like it. It's like Rumpelstiltskin, and they've just taken all these characters.
Oh
And then
God.
it's like they live in like the real world, but then all the characters in the real world side also like there's like another story being told in a fairy tale land, and all the characters in the real shit are also in the fairy tale side. And then they like as the show goes on, they can like cross over into the real world and fucking it's just this fucking and I mean all of them fucking. Yeah, it's Rumpelstiltskin. It's fucking Beauty and the Beast. It's fucking all the old like Disney characters or whatever are like portrayed in the show. Yeah, and I just sit back and I'm like, this is the fucking worst show ever. So, but
Yeah,
anyways, that was a long-winded way. She likes criminal shit. She loves
yeah.
fucking murder stuff. And then so I was like, hey, you seen Silence of the Lambs? And I'm like, oh, you were gonna love this movie. And she did. She was like, that movie's awesome because it is.
She
It's like
probably like mine. She probably like Mindhunter.
I think I've watched it. I think we watched it together. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Love that shit.
yeah. I like that shit too.
I love serial killer stuff. Like, I didn't used to love it. And it's funny because I hate scary movies, but it's like,
Yeah,
it's two different things to me. It's like, with serial killer shit, even though it should be like scarier because it's like fucking real, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
this actually happened.
yeah,
But it's not that scary movies like I'm scared of them. I just don't enjoy being scared. Like, I don't enjoy like fucking. It's coming. Yeah, you're like do
yeah.
don't, and it's
I
like
know.
just fucking stop it. Yeah. So yeah. Silence of the Lambs is amazing.
Yeah, it's just I can relate to that just because, you hit the age like 16 and you're like, okay, all I've ever seen is, kind of stuff that's made during my lifetime. In order to understand references people are making about like, I don't know, Beverly Hills Cop or Terminator or fucking Apocalypse Now or The Godfather or something, you're like, I'm going to have to go back. I need to find a list of like, what do I need to see
How
in order.
old are you, Brad? I always
28.
forget. 28. Okay, I don't know. Like, was Terminator on? You just listed movies to me that like I didn't have to go back and watch. They were like part of my childhood. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, no.
Terminator. You don't have older brothers. You don't
No.
have older siblings, do you? That might be a big difference there is I'm the
Yeah.
youngest of my family. And then
Yep.
so like I got taught a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
Like
a good point. That's a really good point. Because, like, my buddies, like John mainly, who had two older siblings, when I go to his house, we'd be watching, like, The Matrix or, I don't know, other shit that, like, I would have never been able to watch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know? Yeah. That's a good point. But is she the, is she, like, the youngest or the oldest?
She's only.
Well, there you
Yeah.
go. Yeah. I don't know. But a lot of people like have TV shows that they love that other people would just be like, that's just ridiculous and stupid. Like 13 Reasons Why. Do you know that show?
Never. I know what it is. I've never fucking. I've never. Yeah.
There's an interesting story. So like when the first season of that came out, like the whole first season was about this girl's killing herself. And you kind of go through the first 12 episodes because there's 13 episodes, and then the last episode you like see her kill herself, and it's like this real crazy bathtub scene that's like really long, and like the camera doesn't cut, and you just see. And they've since now removed it from Netflix. They've pulled that scene, which I really disagreed with, but it's very controversial shit. A lot of people wanted it pulled, and they've pulled it, but originally the scene was there. And after that show came out and I watched the first season, like it sounds kind of crazy, but it like kind of affected me where I was like, especially because of some shit that I've dealt with and stuff like that. I was like, I just started thinking about it, and for some reason I stumbled across the Crisis Text Line. So Crisis Text Line is this service where if you text the number 741 and just say like hello, then a crisis counselor will text you back. It's basically like a suicide hotline for texts that's text based. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
A suicide hotline that's text based. If you text 741 741. So once I heard about that, I was like, okay, I could never work for a suicide hotline because I don't even like talking to people on Xbox Live, right? I don't want to talk on the phone to people who want to kill themselves. It's just too much. I'm like, but what I could do is work at Crisis Text Line and message people who are texting in that want to kill themselves. So what I did was I signed up, I got approved, I went through this training on there, and it's all volunteer work. And then for like 3 or 4 months, you're supposed to do it for 2 years. You're supposed to, when you sign up, you're supposed to say, okay, I'm signing up for 2 years of volunteer work. But I only did it for like 3 or 4 months, then I quit because it turned out to be a lot more of a burden than I thought it would be. I don't know what I was thinking, but I kind of just felt inspired, and I wanted to just try it out. So then for 3 or 4 months, twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'd log on for like 3 hours, and you'd be on like the interface or whatever of Crisis Text Line, and people would text in, and they'd tell you like, I'm sitting in my car, I want to fucking kill myself. And you, as a crisis counselor, it sounds ridiculous, but you have like the big red button you can hit to activate 911 to their location based on the device that they are messaging you from. So, and as like a newbie, until you hit like a year, you're only supposed to message one person at a time, but that's not actually monitored. So I'd get up to like 3 people at a time, and I'd be messaging with like 3 people who are texting me, and just walking them through it. And they have guidelines set down to where, like, if they say this, ask them this question. If they say this, ask them this question. Shit like that. It was a fucking real wild experience. And you also have like a supervisor you can turn to where you can go to them and be like, okay, I'm completely lost with this person. I need help. And they'll jump into that convo and they'll start messaging that person and they'll come like sweep in and save you. But that didn't happen too much. You could basically handle, I think people just want to talk. You could basically handle whatever is thrown at you. But it was a fucking interesting experience. Some people would be like, it's a lot of teens. It's a lot of young kids because of the
I'm
fact that
sure.
there's texting, because it's texting. And there's also a huge spike during school hours because they're like at school and they can finally text, and they'll just text 741 and be like, "Hey, like, you know, I don't want to kill myself, but my mom does. Like I walked in on her last night and she was about to kill herself. Like I don't know what to do." And you kind of just like walking them through shit, and it's just craziness.
Huh? That's Yeah, that's pretty bananas. I did something similar. Like I signed up for the Helping People app, but mine was
Okay.
way cooler. And then I disabled it, and I have completely forgot about it up until you just brought this up. But there's an app you can download that fucking, I can't remember the name of it, but I'm sure if anyone wants to find it, you just fucking Google it and you'll fucking figure out what the app is called. But it's it's blind, it's helping blind people. So they fucking call you and like they somehow hit the app and they call you, and then it turns the camera on their phone, and you see what their camera is, and then you tell them what they'll have it. They'll be like, "Hey, I can't find this," and then they'll fucking and you guide them through the fucking room and
I can't
fucking
find the
help.
peanut butter.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I had. It's funny. This leads me into how much of a piece of shit I am. I. This is horrible.
Why would you do that?
What?
Why
No,
would
no,
you
no, no.
fuck with blind people?
No, 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 no. That's not what I'm getting at. That's not what. That's not what I'm getting at. I had this idea, and I still have yet to do it, but I want to do it really bad. Is I want to get on that app and then make a profile as a blind person, like pretend that I'm blind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then stage.
Okay, that's better. That's a lot better than fucking with a blind
And
person.
then
You're fucking with a...
stage, and then stage your apartment or whatever. Like, fuck that. You can do it so many different ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fucking sex toys just like scattered about, or something like that. And then call in and like, yeah, just, and then videotape the whole thing and watch the people's reaction. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, you know?
Oh my god. So do you actually helped people?
No. That's what I said. I downloaded the app and was reading all about it, and I was like, "Oh, this is dope." And then it was on, and I was like I was like in the middle of something, and then I got a call like right off the bat. And I couldn't answer, like I was just in a bad situation. I was like, I can't. And then it'll just go to the next person, you know what I mean? And like cuz there's no like yeah, I'm fucking. And then I was like, fuck, well, I need to turn this on when I'm like in a good, like at home on the couch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And fucking, so I disabled it, and then I honestly forgot all about it.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, it's,
Real quick, people. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I want to step back a little bit because
Yeah.
we kind of went off on that. Have you ever seen Snowtown Murders?
No.
It was on Netflix. I don't know if it's on Netflix anymore, dude. If anybody likes murder, like drama shows, fucking Snowtown Murders. It's a true story. It's like the most infamous serial killer or like one of the most infamous serial killers in Australia. Fucking bananas, bro. Bananas.
Fuck.
I don't know if I want to spoil it, but it's such a cool story. Don't?
spoil
Okay.
it.
It's a really, and people watch it because it's a true story, and it's really unique, like extremely unique in the way this guy convinces other people to kill with him, and fucking it's like yeah, it's fucking badass, and the lead guy that's like convincing people to murder, fucking. It looks just like Isaac Brock, and I think that might have something to do with why I'm turned on, the lead singer of Modest Mouse.
Okay.
But yeah, great movie. Sorry to interrupt you there, but you should watch it. Other people should watch it. It is gnarly. Like, and
Fucking goddamn it.
it's a foreign movie, so it's like it's very it makes the whole movie, even in parts that aren't meant to be scary, the whole movie makes you feel weird. It's one of those movies. It's just like it's the way they shoot it and everything. It's just like there's no fucking release in the movie. It's all just like trailer park, like dark and fucking. But by the end of it, yeah, you'll just be like, fucking, what just happened? That really is a true story.
That's
Like-
what you didn't like about Uncut Gems, is because there was no relief.
Yeah, but that was
Release.
released in a different way, attention building in a different way. That movie was like too. Oh, that movie was irritating. This movie isn't irritating. It's just like stress. It's just like
Yeah.
dark. It's very dark. The whole fucking thing is dark.
Okay, I have it written down. But wait, does it have sub? It doesn't have subtitles, does it?
It's in Australia. They speak English.
Okay, because I'm gonna watch this other. I'm gonna watch Parasite this week too, which Parasite won Best Picture, beating out Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Irishman, Joker. It's a
Wait, what
foreign
is it?
film. Foreign
Parasite?
film. Parasite. It's all in Korean. It's on Hulu apparently. Um, it's by the
But
director that did by the Korean director that made Snowpiercer and has made a couple other things. But he made this movie Parasite, and so the whole thing's subtitled because it's all Korean actors and actresses and stuff. But it won Best Picture. It was the first foreign film to win fucking Best Picture at the Academy Awards. Is that a political thing? Who knows? Probably all awards are. But I'm gonna watch. I downloaded it, so I'm gonna watch it this week. But I'm excited because I've heard really good things.
it's not. It's. Did you just say that was on Hulu?
Yeah, apparently.
Huh. I'll check
I'm
it
being.
out.
My sources. That's what my sources tell me.
Your source? You got an inside source, a Hulu source?
Yeah, a Hulu source. AKA just people that pay for Hulu. Okay, so should we play the game?
Let's play the game, buddy. Yeah, it's like this every week, dude. Fucking, we feel like I didn't have many topics, and I haven't even touched on like anything yet. And fucking, we just blew through an hour. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do the game.
And then we'll get to some other topics after that.
We might have to do our guest in the middle instead of the end. You know what I mean?
What
Take a
time did you
break.
tell her? What time did you say?
4:30. I said like 4:15 we'll be hitting her up, so we need to break in like 10 minutes. Like 15 minutes.
15? Okay, we can do it in 15. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Feeling
Are
great.
you ready to do this?
I'm fucking always ready, buddy.
Okay, so this is the Quentin Tarantino. Let me just try to set this up. So this is the Quentin Tarantino movie line trivia game that Erick's going to be playing that I have prepared. So I have I have 9 lines from movies. Now, you said you didn't watch a lot of Kill Bill, so I didn't do Kill Bill. I didn't do Death Proof, which I don't know if you've seen that, but I
I
didn't.
have, but I've seen it one time when it came out, so I would never have been able to get
Yeah.
any lines from that.
Right, so I just hit, I'm not trying to stump you too bad, so I just hit Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Django, Hateful Eight, Inglourious Bastards, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Right?
Okay. Is this something I should write down? Do you do one of each or something like that?
I'm not telling you what I did.
Okay, boom. Rock and roll.
So I picked a line from each, and it's really hard for me to figure out how he's going to do on this. So out of 9, he could sweep it and get all 9, or he could really just shit the bed on all of them. It's really hard to tell. It's like, as I was putting it together, I'm like, fuck, I don't know if I'm going too hard or too easy. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Well,
but,
I just did one because we're also going to play the same game later with our guest with Will
Yeah.
Ferrell movies, and
Right.
I did it to my buddy last night. Like played the game with him,
Yeah.
and he didn't get shit, and I was like,
Fuck.
these are really easy. Like, well, you don't know. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
one of those things. It's like Kanye West. You know, it's just like my greatest regret is I'll never see myself perform live. You'll never know what it's like. You know, you don't know how hard. Yeah, because you were the one that saw it. Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead, let's do it.
But I got to keep track of your score here. But if Eric gets the answer correct, you're gonna hear this noise, and if he gets the answer wrong, you'll hear this noise. Okay.
Boom.
Did you hear those noises?
I did.
Okay. So let me know if we need to play. We can play it as many times as you want. Like play the
You
clip
know,
back.
you know what you
want.
should have done? You should have gotten
What?
a soundboard like on repeat of like tick 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 tick
Yeah.
tick tick tick, or like maybe I don't know if you'd get copyright infringement for stealing the Jeopardy one.
Oh yeah, you would. But I was thinking of some like non-copyright game show music. But maybe next time. Okay, so are you ready for clip number 1?
Let's do this thing.
Okay, here it goes.
You're telling me that now that this man is free,
Oh, that's easy.
and we're making good on our commitment to...
Hang on. Let the clip play before you answer it.
I know what it is.
Okay, well, let's just listen to the clip because I put a lot of time into this. Here we go.
You're telling me that now that this man is free, and we're making good on our commitment to him.
He's just gonna
He's just gonna
kill
decide
out of the fucking blue.
All right, what's your answer?
Easy. Reservoir Dogs.
Okay, you got 1. 1 out of 9 so far. 1 for 1. Okay, here's clip number 2. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
10 days isolation hills.
Captain Hills.
20 days.
Right. Oh, you'll still be here when I get out.
Cooler.
That's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
God damn it. Good job. Oh, shit. Here we go. All right. So 2 for 2.
That one, I mean, that was my most recent, and fucking the accent he does in that is like
I know,
dead
but
giveaway.
the thing, that was a clip from one of the movies that he made, you know, like as an actor.
Oh, okay.
Because he's talking to a German soldier, so
I
was
couldn't
like,
tell
this
the
might...
scene. I was having an
Yeah.
issue, like...
But you know
where
how they
is
kept
that?
playing those clips, the clips from his movies?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here's clip number 3.
Well, I can't see in this fucking thing. I can't breathe in this fucking thing, and I can't ride in this fucking thing.
Well, fuck all y'all. I'm going home. Now, I watched my wife work all day getting 30 bags together for you
Hateful
ungrateful
Eight.
sons of bitches, and all I can...
Or whatever. What?
Wrongo. Okay.
Oh, that's Django?
Yep. 2 for 3. Okay, 4th clip. Are you ready now?
Yeah.
This one's going to be extremely difficult.
Und ihre Leichen in die Kanalisation werfen lassen, dass die Ratten von Paris sich an
Glorious
ihnen
Bastards.
mästen.
Correct. Shit. Oh, yes. Perfect. Okay, 3 out of 4.
Maybe I
Okay,
did
so-
mine a lot harder than you did yours, so maybe.
You said hatefully, you got that one wrong. So, okay, 5th clip.
I'm ready. Let's do it right now, right here.
Pulp Fiction.
God damn it. Okay, 4 out of 5. Oh, shit. Nope. Hang on.
Wait, what?
No, you're right, you're
I'm
right.
ready. Let's do this. Right here, right now.
4 out of 5. So, okay, here's clip number 6.
Well, welcome to the Bruin, Miss Tate. Thank you for coming to our theater. Would you like to come in and see the show?
Could I?
By all means.
Thank you.
Oh, that's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
5 out of 6.
That one
job.
one was a little difficult.
I know, because there's a guy with an accent in there kind of
I almost said Inglorious Bastards. I
Yeah.
thought maybe that was when, it had something to do with her theater.
Okay, number 7.
For the past 15 minutes now, you've been droning on about names. Toby.
Reservoir Dogs.
Toby. Toby. Toby Wong. Toby Wong. Toby Wong. Toby Chung. Fucking Charlie Chan.
6 out of 7. Fuck, this is getting tight. Okay, 6 out of 7. Okay, number 8.
It'd have been worth him doing it, just so I could have caught him doing it. What a fucker.
Pulp
More
Fiction.
chicken shit than fucking with a man's automobile. I mean, don't fuck with another man's vehicle. You don't do it. It's just against the rules. Thank you. Thank you.
7 out of 8. Last one.
Drummed out of the cavalry with a yellow stripe down his back, was practically friends with the President of the United States of America.
Easy. That one's hateful Eight.
All right, 8 out of 9.
John Ruth, I hate to be the one to break it to you.
Good job.
Boom. I can't believe I missed the Django one. Damn it.
You remember it's like the KKK or whatever? They all had bags over their heads.
Oh, yeah. I
Like,
can't ride with
fuck-
this fucking thing on my head.
Yeah, I can't see. Oh, I just made mine worse. Yeah.
I should have taken more time. I would have gotten it if I would have thought
Django.
about it, if I didn't jump to conclusions. It's a
Yeah.
jump to conclusions, Matt.
Kind of a well-known scene, but kind of seems kind of, well, yeah, westerny, but I guess The Hateful Eight and Django are both a little westerny.
Boom.
Boom.
That was...
Good job.
That was, dude, is there any way we could, like...
Email us. Tell me how you did.
Yeah. Is there any way we could, like, for someone that just listened to, like, if our listener liked that game, I kind of had fun playing that with my buddy last night. You know what I mean? Like, is there any way, is that a ridiculous amount of work, or would it be really easy to somehow tag that in to where they could just grab those clips? You get what I'm saying? We'll continue talking about this later. I'm gonna try to make that happen. I don't know how you.
These clips are all files on my computer.
That's what I mean. Is there any like Dropbox? Is there like an app where we can like throw files and then people can just get on that app and type something in and then pull the files off or something like that?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay, never mind. Thinking out loud. Thinking out loud.
Yeah.
Thinking out loud.
What you can do is just go to that part of the episode and play it for your friend, but
then I'm going to be chiming in, you know what I mean? Going like fucking...
Yeah, because you didn't wait till the clip was over.
I guess I'm a big old asshole.
You ruined my game. No, I'm just kidding. Good job. That was good. I'm scared. I'm actually really terrified right now of these Will Ferrell things because I didn't prepare at all.
You were going to prepare? You were going to just sit down and binge all the Will Ferrell movies?
No, I don't know. At least fucking go over them. We'll see.
So, yeah, I guess the thing to do would be take a break, get her in, and then we're going to come back. Because I still got secret story time. I have a crazy fucking situation that played out here between a bunch of friends in a bar, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
So, we'll be back in a second with our guest, Natasha motherfucking Gordon. We'll see you shortly. Bye. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Today's guest is Natasha Gordon. Say hello. Hi.
Hello.
Natasha, this is Brad Robinson. Brad, this is Natasha.
Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
Just living the quarantine dream.
It's
Hell
Eric.
yeah.
It's Robert. Eric. It's Robertson, not Robinson.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
That's not
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
So, doing a little day drinking today. We having fun?
Yeah, a friend
Yeah?
took us out. Yeah, took us to his boat house. So I've been drinking these hairspray waters all day.
Hell
And
yeah.
I'm
Ooh,
getting
truly.
lit. Yeah.
Hell yeah. You like those things? I tried them the other day. I don't know.
They are absolutely horrible if you like beer or any other liquor. So you really just have to get past it if you want to lose the weight. It's better than nothing.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Less calories than beer and all that stuff.
You choke it down. You choke them down enough. Like, it's fine. You walk
Right.
it off.
So the main, kind of the main idea here we had with you getting on is, was to kind of talk about what happened in the hair industry with quarantining and all that shit and how pissed everyone is, or, what did you see on the front lines?
I've seen it all.
You've seen it all.
It's been a fucking nightmare.
So is it open? Is it all open back up now?
What county?
Oh, well.
Yours.
Here
I don't
you
know.
go. There's the one complication. Okay, every county has different phases that they're in. So, like, Lewis County was open, Thurston County wasn't open. And people were flooding Lewis County, okay? Pierce County, King County, Thurston County open. All those guys just came down. Instead of social distancing, following any governor's orders, they're like, fuck it, we're going to wait 5 hours for your online check-in to be a dick to come in and get a haircut that I've been waiting for 6 months that I can't wait another fucking week for, okay?
So it's been packed since the reopening?
Oh, a lot
of. Yeah. Hell yeah. So you
That
Well,
makes
it's
sense.
slowing down now. Like on the haircut front with like corporation side, I'm going independently, and I'm like getting booked for at least a couple weeks in advance because so many people are behind on their actual like color services. So I'm kind of now it's a perfect time for me to start because I'm swooping in all these people that have no homes to go
fuck
to for
yeah.
hair. Yeah, I'm like, hey, I got you, boo.
Are a bunch of places like financially not been able to handle this, or like that you've seen?
I mean, I know that it's affected a lot of independent business owners, like a lot of ones that were salon owners that were renting their own like spots. I
Mm-hmm.
was kind of lucky because when I went under quarantine, I was under corporations. Like for the last 6 years, I worked for Regis, which was Hair Masters. And then I went on to be an area manager for Great Clips here in the Thurston County area. So it was kind of easy for me because I knew I was gonna come back to work regardless because corporations just don't like crumble like that. But if
Yeah.
I was an independent stylist leasing a station from a salon owner, it's different because it's all out of your pocket. Like,
Yeah.
unless you qualified for that business loan, you were kind of fucked.
Boom. Did you? Yeah. Was it like half and half with your friend? Because I'm assuming, because like here in Oregon, they had that one lady that like made national news. I don't know if you saw that, but there was a hairdresser down here that was like, didn't really get the whole story, but she was pretty much like, fuck all you guys. You guys are gonna make my business go under. I'm fucking opening my business. Blah 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 blah. And it, like,
I see both sides. However, I mean, in a pandemic, it's kind of like, if
Yeah.
it's law,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a dicey situation.
Yeah. Yeah. But hairdressers, they don't give a fuck.
We really don't. I mean, our immunization levels, like, I probably had the COVID last year at Christmas. Okay,
Right.
let's be real.
Hell yeah.
Well, that
Anything
makes
you wanna-
sense on the reopening. One county opens, the next county doesn't. It's like, all right, if we're close enough, let's just go to dinner over there, or let's just go get a haircut over there, and then the haircut place just gets fucking swarmed. That makes sense. I never thought of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like a 5-hour wait. I've never in my life for any
my
back
God.
to school function, any like mass promoting, 5-hour wait. We had to stop taking people at noon because we were like, oh, we have 200 people on the list. We're gonna be here all day. All day. There's no way. No way.
Oh my God.
That's
Because
crazy
we don't
talk.
just have like, oh, let's just haircut after haircut. You have to break down the station like almost a hospital room. We tear down everything. Soap and water, everything, alcohol, everything. Now, you're talking like Great Clips, 15-minute haircuts. It's taking me just as long to sanitize this motherfucker as it is to whip out a fade.
Boom.
Wild.
Well, fuck. I mean, at least you're back up and running. How long do you think that's gonna last for? Forever?
I don't know, because I heard that Pierce County might be going back to a phase. So, but Thurston County isn't, and neither is Lewis County. So, like, my two counties are going to be open for biz. So, all these people from Seattle, they're like, we don't give a fuck. We're coming down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one bad thing, I guess, for the pandemic, but fucking, I guess you'll be making a lot of money. So, fucking, take the good with the bad.
I'm pretty excited though, because I'm branching out independently. So I'm helping Great Clips like train their new stylist coming on, and then I'm doing full service at an independent salon.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
So pretty excited about that.
Anything you want to add to hair stuff, or we ready for this game?
Well, I did 127 haircuts in a week in 5 days.
Boom. What would a normal 5 days be?
Nowhere near that. Like, my record was 35 in one day, but that was not sanitizing. That was like before the COVID.
Yeah.
That was one day, but the whole week broke down. It was a lot. It was a lot. Just be nice and tip your hairdresser as well. Just throw that out there. Just be nice is more important.
Yeah, I do tip that. What I do is, you know, when I need a haircut, I cut my own hair, and then the next time I go to a place and get it cut, and then the next time I cut it, so I go like, you know, I cut it, then let them cut it. I always tip well though. But do you think any of those sanitizing practices are gonna stick around after this? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, to be honest, Great Clips did most of them already. So a lot of the ones that it was basically 2 other things that were implemented that just took us a little more time was we have to soap and water everything. So I think it's going to go back to the way it was where it was heavily disinfected to begin with. But
I see.
I personally, I'm going to do it regardless because I really don't want to have any liability coming back on me.
Yeah.
Right.
Period.
Yep.
All right.
Boom.
Yeah,
So,
I'm ready for games. You better not have practiced, by the way.
No, we didn't practice.
Good.
Okay, so
I'm pretty scared, honestly.
I'm gonna set this up real quick. Brad, you want to give a rundown of the game?
Okay, so what I believe the game is going to be is Erick's going to play a line from a Will Ferrell movie, and then me and you are competing to see who knows what movie it's from. Like, who knows what movie it's from first, and I'm kind of nervous. Like, I'm not like this giant Will Ferrell fan. He just sort of, you know, picked that.
I think
we'll see how it goes. You know, I know like Step Brothers, you know, and
Well, he has a ton of movies, to be fair.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and I definitely didn't pick anything that wasn't extremely popular. So it wasn't like I almost threw in Austin Powers because he has like a cameo in it, like a real quick scene, and I was like, yeah, he's in the International Man of Mystery. He's in the first one. But just for a second, he's just sitting at it's like right at the beginning of the movie, they're all sitting around a table, and Dr. Evil kills all of them. Like, he gets pissed, and he, like, hits a button, and they all fall through or he goes one by one, and Will Ferrell falls. It's the guy, he falls down, and then he's like, I'm not dead. He's like, I broke my leg. It's severely hurt. And then, you guys remember that part? Yeah.
Okay.
So how many lines do you have? Do you know?
I have 9, I believe. 9.
Yeah, we both did 9. Okay. Are we supposed to like buzz in a way, or
the way I think about it is, sorry, the way I've done it in my head is fucking whoever gets it first gets the point, and if you guess and you get it wrong, then you get like the other person gets, you know, gets an opportunity. Yeah, gets a free shot at it.
But we don't have buzzers, so what if I overlap? I'm loud, you know this.
You just fucking talk. You just bang it out. No buzzer. You just fucking throw you have to say the name.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm very worried. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, let me do a test real quick. Make sure the audio's fine. Pick something that's not one of the Will Ferrell ones. Oh my god, I'm such an asshole. I just deleted it.
Yes.
No, here we go. I'm sorry. Well, if you guys don't hear it, it won't matter, I guess, because one. Dude, I'm sorry.
I feel like we should just say shout out Kayla, since we're all friends. We all have a mutual friend.
Yeah, she kind of gave me the idea.
Shout out Kayla.
What's her name?
Kayla.
What's her last name?
We don't need to say people's last names.
Okay, I don't know. We'll tell you after the show. Fucking. But she had messaged me, and she's like, is that Natasha singing at the end of that song? And I'm like, yeah. And then it kind of gave me the idea to fucking bring you on as a guest. For anyone that doesn't know, Natasha here was on last episode or the episode before was she was featured at the end of the episode with my band. She was singing with my band. And we'll probably do the same today. I'll pick a song that you played on, or if you have a request that you want played at the end of the episode, we can do that.
Oh my god, you should have been prepared for this game.
No, I am. Dude, it was. No, I'll fuck off. Okay, here.
Dear God.
Here it goes. Jesus.
All right.
Number 1.
I've got a big story for you. And it's right here.
Well, hello. Pointed to your boobies. Oh my God!
Boom! Natasha gets it.
No?
Yeah, you got it. Point. Yep.
What'd you say?
That was Anchorman.
Fuck. You know what I noticed when I was pulling clips for our game is I was trying to pull clips that didn't have music playing in the background.
I know. I actually canceled a few of them because of that, but whatever. We'll see.
Okay.
Is the volume good? I can't. That's what I'm stressing about. Is the volume a good level?
It seemed pretty. I didn't even hear her answer. It was so loud. But I think.
Do I need to
fine.
turn it down?
I don't know. I think it's okay.
No, because I need to hear that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Would you like to start the day off by sharing?
I was just trying to find some peace. A haven, a place where I could feel safe.
Chaz Michael.
And then what happened?
Blaze of Glory.
Oh.
Boom!
Fuck.
Good
Well,
job.
She was my yoga instructor,
So I knew she was limber.
so I knew she was limber.
Oh my God.
She's kicking your
Fuck
ass,
me.
Brad. Okay, number 3. Come on.
You know, I know I sound like a broken record, but we are buddies. You're my best friend. That's it. You're my best friend.
You know, buddy,
You're my best
nobody
friend.
around here listens to me. I got really good ideas.
I believe it. I know. I'm right. I listen to you. You have great ideas.
I just try to go to the flow, you know?
Good. Go with the flow.
Yeah.
Go with the flow.
No, I gotta get out of the flow.
Well, then get out.
I'm in the flow. That's what got me here. I'm 26 years old. I got nothing to show.
You're young. You're so young. My papa, he didn't make Master Tinker until he was 490.
Tickle fight! Tickle fight!
Hey, dude, you got just a few more seconds, and we got to buzz you out of this.
Can I say it?
Yeah.
You don't. Okay, yeah, go for it. Brad loses. Yep.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know.
Master Tinker, come on, man.
I know.
She's destroyed. She doesn't get a point for that because she missed it off the bat, but she is schooling you at this. Okay, number 4.
Well, they last forever because they're silk. They'll always be in bloom. They'll never die, never change. They'll never say you're not good looking. They'll always be in your room where you left them and not suddenly move out of the guest house.
Stephen, excuse me. Something.
Boom! She gets it again.
What was it?
Night at the Roxbury.
Oh. Okay. God, what a fucking terrible game.
No, that's my friend Mitch. You're mistaking me. That's my friend Mitch. He owns the house.
Okay,
That's old school.
come hit
Old
this
school.
right here.
Oh, yeah. No, I appreciate it, but I told my wife I wouldn't drink tonight. Besides, I got a big day tomorrow. But you guys have a great time.
A big day? Doing what?
Well,
So much music.
actually, pretty nice little sound.
Sorry, buddy. Fucking.
It's okay.
It's like in the background.
I know. When I heard the name Mitch, I was like, okay, that's old school.
Okay, so Brad's on the board. He's going to have to win it. He'll have to get the next 3 right.
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's number 6.
Left one has a chip in it.
You fucking crazy, man. You
Boom.
sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
Brad gets it again.
What?
2.
Okay,
Well
so Brad's 2, Natasha 3.
Who was that?
Step
What
Brothers.
movie?
He
What
said
movie?
Step Brothers. He said it.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear it.
Are you
I
not
can't
hearing
hear
him? Oh,
I
okay.
can't hear him, but I can hear you.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, number 7.
Oh, well, there's strikes 2 and 3 right there.
Did you hear what you said?
Well, welcome to America, amigo.
Talladega Nights.
Boom! Brad gets it again.
Well done.
Tied it up. So, wow, this
Oh
is
my
perfect.
God.
There's one left. Whoever gets this one wins it. This one's an easy one, too.
First off, a lion swimming in the ocean? Lions don't like water.
If you'd placed it near a river or some sort of
The other
fresh water
guys.
source, that makes sense. But you find yourself in the ocean, 20-foot waves, I'm assuming it's off the coast of South Africa.
Brad gets it.
What was it?
Full-grown tuna?
That was the other guys.
The other guys.
Good job,
done.
Brad.
That was
That
really
was-
good because I do love me some Will Ferrell, so it was well played.
Yeah, I was completely thrown off at first. I couldn't fucking think of anything.
You finally got into your game there.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Well, rock and roll.
Love your
Thing I-
face.
I love you so much. I miss you. Sorry I didn't go see you up in Olympia. Fucking, I'd get off work and then I just, didn't
I
want
don't
to
need
go
your
do anything.
excuses.
I
really
know.
don't.
I know. We'll meet up soon. Fucking, we need to plan a day where you come down and fucking, we get the band together. Fucking have a little jam out.
I want a bonfire and fucking jam. Let's get lit and camp.
Boom. Let's do it. We'll make a plan.
Well, it was nice to see you, and thank you for having me on.
Yeah,
your
thank you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Why
You're
is
cut-
this thing glitching?
You're cutting out a little bit.
We'll have to do it again sometime.
Yes.
Okay.
Holla.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. That was Natasha Gordon. Thank you for coming on. Love you a bunch. And we're back.
We're back. And I fucking won. You see, Eric, when you have athletes like me, Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Michael Phelps, who's the runner, you know what I mean?
Oscuro Pistorius?
No!
I think that's more what you're like, just beating women, with your handicap.
Usain Bolt, Muhammad Ali, and me, we really thrive under pressure. So it's like Game 6 or like the Super Bowl, like the big game. Like the more pressure, it's actually we perform better. I don't know. I'm just letting you in on the live. So when I get down 3-0, that's when I fucking lock in like Eli Manning, like Michael Jordan. It's like it's go time.
It's go
So
time.
I had to just fucking drive
Bottom
down
of
the
the
field.
ninth. Yeah.
Yeah, bottom of the ninth, like 2-minute drill, drive down the field, fucking nailing. That's when you have to be perfect. You know what I mean? You have to hit them like pass, pass, pass. There's like no time for mistakes. So it's like Talladega Nights, Step Brothers, the other guys, whatever the other one was, old school. I'm just trying to help you guys see it from my point of view, from a view of greatness, from up top. Yeah.
I'm fucking under your shadow 24/7.
I know. Oh, it's a beautiful view up here. The air is fucking very crisp.
Boom. That was fun. That was a good game. I think we should kind of implement something like that. That was a fun thing to do.
Let's see how it copyrights on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that, but whatever. Fucking so, I got a weird thing that kind of happened. So,
oh my god.
So I've been off Facebook. You know what I mean? Like I quit the Facebook thing on the phone. I have it on my computer, and I'll get on to like post shit about the show or something like that. But other than that, fucking I'm done with social media other than TikTok. TikTok's where I've been getting my rocks off. So anyways, I get this message from I get a message of Facebook because like it's still on my phone, the Messenger app. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can still get Facebook messages. So I get this message from this lady, and she's like, "Hey, will you get on Facebook and read the last post that my bar just made, and like it and share it, please?" And I'm like, "What?" So then I go on. I'm like, "Okay," and like. So yeah, I get on and fucking look at her post, and it's this long-winded post about her family being from was immigrated to this country and like blah blah. I'm like, what is going on here? You know what I mean? Like, and then later down in this post, it talks about how like we had an incident the other night. One of our patrons has been 80, even though he's apologized, come out, blah, blah, and apologized. He's been 86 from the bar, and we do not stand for racism. blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, instantly, I think it's my buddy Rob that was on our show the other day. I'm like,
really?
Because he goes to this bar all the time, and like he just has an issue with getting drunk and like letting shit. I could totally see him like letting something slide. Just thinking it was funny.
Right.
His mouth has gotten him into trouble countless amounts of times when he drinks.
Okay.
And so I'm like instantly like fuck. So I call him right off the bat. I'm like, dude, what's going on? And he's like, dude, it wasn't me, man. It wasn't me this time. And I'm just like, okay, what happened? So a mutual friend of ours fucking was at the bar, and he's a great dude. I won't say his name. He is very Republican, but he's like a super nice guy. Great, big old fat guy. He's a really nice guy, and like loves everyone. He's always sitting at the bar, and he'll always get in little Republican arguments in the bar, and like obviously it's a bunch of youngish people, so it's a liberal vibe pretty much with 90% of the patrons that go to this bar.
Yeah.
And so supposedly what happens, and this is all hearsay, but a Mexican couple comes into the bar, and he like is standing at the bar, and he says something to the effect of like, "Oh, look, some more colored people." They say that he said, "Look, more colored people," or something like that, something to that effect. So then they go to the bar, and they tell the bar, then they turn to the bartender, and they're like, "This fucking racist piece of shit right here, blah blah blah, said this to us. You need to kick him out of the fucking bar." Well, the bartender obviously knows this guy. He's there every fucking night. You know what I mean? He's one of the most regular people there. And he's like, "No, I'm not fucking kicking this guy out." You know what I mean? Like, he's here every night. Like, if you don't like, if you don't like what he says, go somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like, fucking. Well, then the guy goes back up to this dude and is like, "Fuck you, you racist piece of shit." And then they take a picture of him, and then it gets all escalated, and a bunch of people like pull out their phones and start recording what happened, and fucking then the guy's like, turns like to the bar, and again, this is all hearsay. I wasn't there. This is all just the story I'm hearing. He turns to the bar and he goes, he's like, "Fuck all you pieces of shit. Fuck this bar. If you won't kick this guy out, I'm going home. I'm getting a gun. I'm coming back here. I'm fucking gonna shoot everybody up." And
Jesus.
or said the next morning, he's like, "I'll be back here in the morning and fucking kill everybody." Something to that effect. And then take one step back. He actually calls the cops, and he's like, "Hey, I'm in this bar. This guy just said all this racist shit to me." And the cops are like, "Freedom of speech, man. What do you want us to come do?" You know what I mean? Like, and that's like what set him off. Is he's like, "Fuck this. You guys won't kick him out. Police won't do anything. I'm going to get a gun. I'm coming. I'll be back here tomorrow to fucking kill everybody." So then the bar calls the cops and is like, fucking, this guy just said all this shit. So then, whatever. So then the next morning, like the cops, like they had a cop like hang out at the bar for a few hours, just making sure this guy didn't come, and fucking. But anyways, the next morning, this dude wakes up. My buddy, he wakes up. He gets on Facebook, and he's like trending now. Like not viral trending, but this girl has taken a picture of him, and then posted it on Facebook, and posted to like BLM Portland and fucking all these like Antifa style like Facebook sites or whatever. And fucking is asking, who is this guy? We need to find him. Well, he was getting like death threats and shit like that. Like people are like, well, like it was getting serious. Like hundreds of people commented on it. And so the dude fucking now he's like scared for his life. People are like saying they're going to kill him and shit. So he just fucking, within 4 hours of like waking up to this, he just got in his car and fucking took off and like moved out of town, like moved states away. Because he's scared shitless. He's like, he's been ousted by the fucking woke. You know what I mean? And they are like not, they're saying all kinds of crazy shit. So, I mean, that's just the story, but I just was like, what the fuck? You know what I
Well,
mean?
you shouldn't say, oh, a couple more colored people. It's not even funny.
He
It's
claims
really
that
just
he didn't
stupid.
say anything. He claimed, like, he said, he's like, I didn't even fucking say that. Like, what are you talking? Like, that's his story. Again, this is all, no one really knows. And yeah,
Right.
you shouldn't, absolutely. But it's
It's not even
like,
funny.
Yeah. But
It's like if your buddy walked in, like your Cuban buddy or something, and you're like, oh no, another one of them or something like that, and it's like your best buddy from childhood, like that doesn't matter. But you shouldn't just be yelling out in a bar.
well, again, none of us were there, and I
Yeah.
could
Who
see,
knows?
you know, it could have. I don't see him doing it. He wouldn't have done it in a racist way. He would have done it in a joking way. Like I've been around him enough, and he says weird shit, but it's like he's a really nice guy, and he's not, you know, he's definitely not a fighter. He's not looking for trouble. You know what I mean? Like fucking. Whatever. He shouldn't have said it. You know, that's. I don't know. I mean, then last night I got into like, you know, a lot of arguments with people about this, and like, yeah, but man, I don't even know what I want to say about it. Like, I said all kinds of crazy shit last night. Like, so here's like, you know, fucking. I don't, I don't really get. I feel very strongly about like censorship issues and fucking. And I really disagree with the way everything's been going in this country for a long time. Like, and you know, we kind of touched on this like last episode, the episode before, where I kind of shared more viewpoints about how I feel, but I think that was more with COVID. But you know, with the BLM thing, the Black Lives Matter thing, it's like I feel like it gets piggybacked 90% of the time. Like with this George Floyd guy, it's like, okay, I understand that, and I understand the protests that are going with it, but then I feel like so much shit then gets piggybacked with that, and then under the name of that. You know what I mean? Like you have all these fucking white kids in Portland out fucking destroying buildings. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, we're protesting BLM, you know, blah, 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 and it's like, fuck off. Like, no, you're out there just to be a piece of shit. You know what I mean? And then no one can even call you on it because you're using this like moral argument, and you'll always revert to this moral argument of like George Floyd, BLM, and if you say anything against that, well, you're a fucking racist piece of shit.
Right.
And so I have a really police brutality in this country against black men. If we want to keep the topic there, then let's fucking keep the topic there. And stop, like, this, you know what, dude, this is going to fucking, we'll probably get fucking banned for just my mouth on this show. It won't even have anything to do with the fucking sound bites.
Dude, cops, the state of the police in this country in general has been going down the wrong path for so long, I feel like.
In
general, it is too militarized.
Down. But what I'm like making the connection here is like, you know, it most people, right? Like, you know, even before the George Floyd thing, like just this, like everything's fucking race and everything's about, you know, equality and fucking blah, 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 blah. And I like this kind of ties in with like, you know, like censorship is I just think the more you push, the worse things get. It's like the N-word. The more you tell people not to say it, the more weight the word has. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like why do you notice that Italian people don't give a fuck about any of their slurs? You know what I mean? You can walk around and say the most, you know, just throw it at so many different races like that, as long as they're white, and everything's fine. And what's funny to me is that no one's like acknowledging the fact that if you just let it go, it has no more weight. Honky has zero fucking weight. You know what I mean? Like, I dare you to call me honky. I will laugh outlandishly. Like, that is the funniest thing to me ever. Like, and we don't hold weight to that. So the more and more you fucking like get up in arms about something, the more it just becomes a bigger issue. And I don't think anything really gets solved that way. Like,
okay, I see what you're saying. I see some of what you're saying. Like, it's like stopping being someone's friend or banning them from let's say someone's actually racist. Not talking about your friend. Someone's actually racist. Like kicking them out of your friend circle, or kicking them out of your family, or kicking them out of the bar, or firing them or something like that isn't going to change their opinions. Or them seeing a million memes on Instagram about how they should stop being racist. I don't think it's going to make them stop being racist. You know what I mean? It's like, how do you actually change? How do you actually change people? Is this how you actually destroy racism? Like right now, we're fighting racism. But are you really fighting racism? Hey. You know what I mean?
Okay, my argument.
But also, you can't compare the word honky and the N word. Like one.
But what I'm saying that you've given. Yes, you can't like. Obviously, like they were slaves and stuff like that. Yeah. But like they've perpetuated that word to have a lot of fucking weight, and people have taken it so serious. That's why it is the way it is now. Like why it's the one, okay, what really bugs the point I want to make, that is a very unpopular opinion, and a lot of people are probably going to get real pissed me saying this. I don't see the inequality in this country like everyone's making it out to be. So I'll give you a case in point of me arguing. Okay, so in construction, which is considered a pretty racist haven, you know what I mean? Like, it's where a lot of fucking honky white people hang out together and build houses, you know what I mean? And there's usually a lot of racism in that. So the company I work for, we do civil work. So civil work is kind of all encompassing of like any government style work of like, so we do a lot of sewage work, any roads, bridges, stuff like that. When the government decides, like when a county or the city decides they need to do work, what they do is they put, they get it engineered, and then they put it up for bid, and then anyone can bid on it. You can bid on the job as long as you follow the rules of civil work, which is you have to pay your employees this amount of money, blah, blah. You have to follow those rules. If you follow those rules, you can bid on the job. No matter what, lowest bid wins. That's how it works, is lowest bid gets the job. If you say you can do it for this amount of money, this is how much we'll pay you. It doesn't matter. The only thing that's a stipulation to that is like some jobs you have to have safety ratings, but you wouldn't even be able to bid on the job anyways. Like if it's a really big job, like right now Nike down the street from me is doing the Nike World Center, or like Nike World Headquarters, and they're redoing it. I mean, they've probably thrown billions of dollars into it. It's massive. It's really cool.
Fuck yeah.
Nice. It's a really cool spot. It's like 2-3 blocks from my house.
Wow.
But anyways, when they do their shit, it's a company, Hoffman is doing all their shit. They have to have a safety rating, a super high safety rating. The company I work for couldn't even bid on it because our safety rating isn't high enough. So it's like if someone hurts themselves, your safety rating goes down, and then it goes up by the amount of time you don't have incidents and how many people are in the company. It keeps building it up. That'll stipulate some of the work. Like you can't blah, blah, blah. But pretty much across the board, it's lowest bid gets it, except if you're a minority. If you're a minority, that fucking rule doesn't fucking apply. It's fucking bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. So everyone else has to play by this rule except fucking blacks and women. And just minority groups and women. So I was talking to a Swedish guy like 3 years ago. He owns an electrical company here in Portland. He had bid on a job at the Portland airport, which was a civil job, and he won the bid. He won the bid because he was the lowest bidder out of all of them, but then actually lost the job because his minority rating wasn't high enough in his company. All the people in his company, he had 5 or 6 dudes in his company. He is off the boat from Sweden, like moved here 5 years ago. Like you can hardly understand, like he has a really weird accent. And then, and then everyone else on his crew is from Russia. Everyone there is an immigrant to this country that works at his company. But he's not the right kind of fucking immigrant, and then he lost the job. And it's like, to me, it's just like, we're pointing out all this racism everywhere and inequality everywhere, like, and I don't even really give a fuck. It's just like, I just want you to all shut the fuck up about it. Because it's like, hate me all you want, but it's like, I don't fucking see it. Like out of all the things people bitch about, the one I can kind of see is women. Like is women in the workplace getting kind of shit on more than men, because there is just I see that. I can see that in men. You just like a woman goes to drive something and you're like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like fucking slow your roll there, lady. Like give me the keys. You know, like that kind of shit. But like,
or have you ever had a woman supervisor? I've had a lot.
No, I've done construction. It's all men. I'm around. Very few women I've been around. But then I'm whatever. Say what you want. Like, and I'm not saying racism doesn't exist, and I'm not saying injustices don't exist. But I feel like everyone's making it out to be this like if you're a black guy, you just can't even walk down the fucking street without getting a rock thrown at you. You know what I mean? It's like get the fuck out of here. Like this is ridiculous talk. Like, why is this the biggest? I don't know. Sorry about this rant, and sorry that it obviously comes out as very ignorant. But but then why fucking I just feel like white people get shit on so much for this, and it's like go work around some go work around Mexican people. They are fucking incredibly racist, and whatever you could argue. Well, they didn't enslave, blah 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 blah. Yeah. But it's just like, is this what we're gonna do now? Is for the rest of the time just like hold fucking grudges for shit that you had nothing to do with? Like, why? Like, I didn't do anything. I have never done anything. Like, why is this an issue? Why is this and so you're saying it needs to be equal and racism still exists. Well, in my mind, you're breeding more racism by this. It's like it's like you're turning more people pissed. Like, look at all these guys. So how many construction guys get all fucking pissed off now every time they lose a job? So it doesn't even, to them, it doesn't even matter how hard you work or how low you bid it or how good of a job you do. You're just not black, so it doesn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? And like,
fucking goddamn it.
I'm sorry we're going down this path. I was told last night to not, like, the liberal guy was talking about on break, fucking, he's like, dude, he's like, people want to hear this shit. He's like, don't fucking hold back on what you're saying. He's like, that's what makes entertaining fucking shit to listen to. He's like, it's less entertaining when you're sugarcoating shit. And so today I was like, fuck it, dude. Like, if I get ousted by the...
Do you like Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
So his new special is only 27 minutes long, and it's on YouTube, and it's called 846. And I watched it yesterday, and it was actually pretty eye-opening to me because of how much I love Dave Chappelle and how much, he can do no wrong, in my opinion. And watching it, I was kind of like, it was a whole new perspective, just hearing his perspective. I don't know. I think people should watch it. And you especially, it would be real interesting if you actually like Dave Chappelle now. I
love Dave Chappelle. I started watching it the other day, and I had to go do something else.
Okay,
I turned it off,
it's not like a comedy. It's not like a comedy special. It's more just like him just doing a little venting. But it is fucking deep. It is deep. But dude, I don't know. Like, my last job, I worked with people from Ghana and the Congo. Like, there's a huge language barrier. I don't know. I see what you're saying, where it's like, what I want to know right now is, are you making the problem worse by shoving it in people's faces and saying things like, you can't just be not racist, you have to be anti-racist, you have to be actively anti-racist. I see a lot of things like that, and it's just like, why can't I just be not racist? Why do I have to be anti-racist? I don't know. But the thing is, black people are extremely fucking tired of seeing video evidence that is showing a pattern over decades of unarmed people get murdered. That's why someone posts an article, oh my God, the cop shot an unarmed white person yesterday. Why isn't this getting the same amount of press as George Floyd? It's like, you're not seeing the pattern. There's a giant fucking pattern of videos that look exactly the same. This one, that look the same. And that after you see that pattern, you start getting annoyed and saying, we don't want to see this pattern anymore. Show us a different thing that's not the same pattern of everything falling into the same kind of category. So yes, unarmed white person gets shot. Okay, unarmed people get shot, police kill people. But it's like the specific pattern of all these videos, black guys that are handcuffed, lying on the ground, get shot, black guys get tackled, get shot, like all the same things. So I don't know, they're just fucking really, really pissed about that. And they have a right to be, because the cops are fucking gone way down the wrong path. And I think that Joe Rogan and Jocko Willink podcast was really good because they were saying it's not a good idea to defund the police. And I don't think it is either. I think they need more funding. I don't know.
Yeah. I heard someone bring up something on a podcast I was listening to, Dan Cummins. He had brought up an old Chris Rock line or something. It was like a joke. Chris Rock? I think it was Chris Rock. He did a line, or one of his jokes was like, and this was like, I think this was after Rodney King or whatever.
Yeah.
One of his jokes was like, or, not really, it was like, we have to hold the police to like a higher, a 100% like success rate, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And he's like, that's what we have to. And he's like, it was something like, you wouldn't, like, people arguing that, like, oh, some cops are bad, you know what I mean? You got to just let it go. He's like, well, you wouldn't hold that standard for like airplane pilots. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, like, if it, just a few of them will crash, you know what I mean? Fuck it, you know what I mean? Like, and I get that. That's what I'm saying is, like, I get the whole police brutality thing. You know what I mean? Like, I can get behind this. I can, even though it makes me kind of sad.
It's not just George Floyd. It's a pattern over decades of video evidence of very identical things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I do think they need to be held responsible. I do think it kind of sucks because it's like, I feel bad for the cops, too, because it's like, you couldn't imagine the stress of their job. You know what I mean? And
my God.
Like, so I don't, that one, yeah. I just like, I don't know. I'm just sick of this woke, like, I'm just sick of the woke shit. And just like this, pretty much you're a piece of shit if you're white. And there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? It's just like fucking Jesus Christ. Like, shut up about it.
I wonder if Obama was president right now, what would be happening? Because I think just having Trump as president makes it so much worse.
Well, no, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's what's like perpetuated
you know what I'm saying?
It
just sort of makes the energy worse of like people wanting to go crazy and shit like that. So I don't know.
I don't know. Sorry.
I wanted.
Sorry, I'm a piece of shit. Sorry, I'm a fucking ignorant asshole. I'm sure
some
people
okay.
are not gonna like that whole rant.
But there is what'd you say? You don't see the racial inequality. Oh, so yeah, you know what I wouldn't want is someone uses this as an example. I don't remember who it was, Bill Burr or something like that. It might have not been him, but it's like, say you, me, and then my buddy who's from Ghana apply to be a firefighter, and they give it to him, even though like you were the better option and I was the better option. I wouldn't want that. Or like an EMT position or like a heart surgeon or something. Like, I wouldn't want that. I want the best person to do it. Like, if I go to a hospital and there's 99 white doctors and one black doctor and they have to do heart surgery, and I'd be like, who's the best one? It's like, it's the black guy. I'm like, okay, then I want him to fucking do it. Or if it's the white guy, I want, if there's 99 black people and there's one white guy, it's like, I want the white guy to do it. It's like, why, are you racist? You don't want black people operating on you? No. I want the best guy to do it. So that's what you're kind of saying about the, bid companies, contractors bidding.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you want the best guy and not,
or set the rule for everybody. Like, you know what I mean? It's lowest bid gets it. Like, there's no racism in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and now you've made it about race. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, I'll take responsibility for my like opinions, but I will say, this, I think why I'm so like up in arms about racial shit, I think it was kind of taught to me a little bit by my stepfather. So my stepfather is, he's a quarter Shoshone Indian. So his dad was half and then his grandpa was full Shoshone Indian. Okay. Or something like that. But whatever. He's very Indian and he looks very fucking Indian. And growing up, so my stepdad and my mom got married when I was like 13 or something like that. And every summer we'd do trips. Like, that was just my parents' thing. We'd take like 2 weeks off and just drive, Montana, Wyoming, just all over the Northwest and fucking just go campground shit. Like, every fucking time we'd go through an Indian reservation, my dad would like he'd get fucking pissed. And he'd just sit there driving through the Indian reservation talking shit the whole time. And just be like, these fucking pieces of shit. And it's like, and he really was extremely racist against Indian people. And like, he'd say it, he's like, he's like, dude, this is what happens when you fucking just give money to these people. They just turn into worthless alcoholics. They don't do anything with their life. They just stay on this land. You know what I mean? He's like, and then so he's always saying that shit. He's very racist against Indians, even though he's a fucking Indian guy. He just,
Oh yeah. What the fuck?
he just doesn't like watching what Indians have done to themselves. And so one of his a story he would always tell is when he, like in the 80s, he applied for a job. So my dad's, well, he's retired now, but he was a dam operator, operator at a dam. That's what he's done forever. But he was applying for a, like a supervisor position or a management position at a dam. And I don't know which dam it was. But he said it was between him and 3 guys, and he ended up getting the job because he was a minority, because he was fucking Indian dude. And he, you know, so saith him, he said he found out what had happened and fucking denied the job and like yelled at the people that hired him. And he's like, this is bullshit. Like, this is absolute bullshit that I got this job when these people are out-qualified, you know, are more qualified to do this, and you're only giving it to me because I'm an Indian? He's like, fuck that. Fuck that. Like, and like, so that was like instilled in my head. My dad used to just beat that shit into my head all the time. You know what I mean? Work for what you have. You know what I mean? You create, don't fucking take some handout because I don't know. And I think it just, you know, I don't know. It's set in with me. And, you know, I think most people would look at that and be like, fucking, you're a racist piece of shit. And it's like, I don't know. I don't see it. I really think everyone should just take responsibility for their own life, you know. And I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, I see. I see what you're saying, and yeah, they have that too. Like, there's black people that are very racist against black people. So that kind of makes sense. One time I was driving around with my buddy from Ghana, and he was like, he had this epic rant where he was just saying like, I came here, you know, to make money and work in the oil field, and I will never be a manager. He's just saying, I will never be a manager in this country because of my accent. And you know, I'm not going to be able to recreate what he was saying, but when he was kind of going off on this and explaining it to me, I was just like, fuck. I was like, you know what? I think he's right. I was like, damn, dude. I never even think about stuff like that. I'm like, dude, I think, unfortunately, I think you are right. You know, just because there was a huge language barrier, it's kind of hard to understand him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he's like, even though I have the skills, even though I'm good at this, I know, and I have all the information, I'm a good leader, you know, I'm a good worker, I'm fucking really knowledgeable, I will never be like a manager or a boss or anything like that because of my accent and because it's hard to understand me. And I was like, unfortunately, man, I do think you're probably right about that. But that Dave Chappelle special, man, at some points, it made me really uncomfortable. But I was like, wow, just listening to him. He's pissed. He's fucking pissed. It's only 27 minutes.
No, I'm going to watch it. Fucking.
Yeah,
I was about 2 minutes in.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think what makes me mad is, like, now that I've just said all that, that's what makes me mad, is that I feel uncomfortable that I just said all that. And I think that's wrong. That fucking, you know, it's like the censorship thing. It's just like, I think it's wrong to not express yourself. You know what I mean? Like, everything I just said isn't dangerous, but people are going to look at that as a dangerous thing. You know what I mean? It's like, I didn't call to action to go fucking lynching anybody at all.
No.
I don't think what I said was unreasonable at all. You know what I mean? But it's like, there's a lot of people that would listen to that and be like, you are a fucking piece of shit. And I just think that's so wrong. Like, it's just like,
yeah,
like, okay. Yeah.
Dude, I want to hear everyone's point of view. Everybody. I want to hear Hitler's point of view. I want to hear Trump's point of view. I want to hear Obama's point of view. I want to hear Bernie Sanders' point of view. I want to hear Andrew Yang's point of view. Name the person. I want to hear their point of view. So I don't give a shit. I want to hear Martin Luther King's point of view, Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela, everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a little nervous about recording that whole rant, but whatever.
Dude, I'm not worried. I don't give a shit. You didn't say anything
You
bad.
didn't say anything. I don't give a shit.
I like to stay right on the line, but yeah, Dude, I don't know.
So all I have
Not
is
racist.
secret story time left. Do you have anything you want to throw out, or?
ErickandBradshow@gmail.com, ErickandBradshow@gmail.com. We have 6 5-star ratings on iTunes. We have 2 written reviews. You don't have to write a review. You can just hit the 5-star rating.
Oh, but
it's much.
We like the review.
Yeah, we like the review too. If you want, I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you want to, go for it. Fucking steal your mom's phone. Go on iTunes, podcast, hit the 5-star. Steal your sister's phone. Go on iTunes, podcast, hit the 5-star. You can do shit like that. Whatever you can do, send us questions. Be like, hey, I want to hear your guys' opinion on, I don't know, anything. If you want.
Boom.
All right.
Boom. Secret story time.
If you have any questions for cam girls, okay, go ahead. Secret story time.
So this takes place when I'm must have been about 15 or 16. So I had a friend. I'm not going to name any names here. I had a friend that I was really good friends with in high school, and he lived like 2 miles down the road from me, out north of town, in Sandpoint. And yeah, it was just one of those friends. Like every weekend, we'd hang out and play video games together. Just that, either he'd come. Like it was pretty much every weekend. I'd go to his, he'd come to mine. Blah blah blah. Well, he had a younger brother and a younger sister, and their father was very. I don't know what the descriptive word I'm looking for. Very like a mechanic, logger type guy, like a fucking badass type dude. Didn't take no shit, you know what I mean? Very straight, fucking beer drinking American, you know what I mean? And like
simple,
a scary, a kind of like the dad you did not want to piss off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like,
yeah.
So, anyways, one night I'm over at his house, and so my buddy had a room downstairs, and then everyone in like the basement, and then everyone else in the family slept upstairs. Well, he had to go to work early in the morning, this one night, and so he went to bed at like 9 o'clock or something like that, and I stayed up, or something like that. And like everyone starts going to bed, and I'm in the living room, still up. I was like part of their family almost at this point. You know what I mean? Like I was there all the time, and so I'm in the living room, and everyone starts going to bed and stuff like that. And the sister, who was a year younger than me in school, and then my buddy, he was a year older than me in school. So she had a friend staying the night. It was this other girl. And
okay.
So it ends up just being us three. Everyone goes to bed. And it's just us three in the living room. And we're, just talking, hours of talking. And fucking, I don't even know how I got it, but I talked my way into them taking their shirts off. And then we're sitting in this living room. They're like,
it's just the power of it's the power of suggestion. It's a fucking powerful thing.
And so they end up taking their shirts off, and fucking I'm ecstatic. You know what I mean? I'm so happy. Like I'm just like yes. And I kind of had a crush on his little sister, anyways. Like she was a pretty good looking girl, and
oh no,
dude. So they're sitting there in the living room, and then Dad comes walking out, pissed, and he had been listening. He had been awake and could hear the whole conversation, and he's just like, you guys put your shirts on, get in your fucking room. Eric, fucking downstairs now. Do not come up those fucking stairs. Go to bed. And I'm just like, oh shit. I was petrified, dude. Fucking I can't believe he didn't fucking hit me. You know what I mean? Petrified. So I like leave. I don't that's done. I fucking like get the fuck out the next morning. You know what I mean? Like I'm fucking out of here. You know what I mean? Like scared.
Yeah.
Whatever. That like nothing ever like happens because of that. Like, you know what I mean? Nothing happened. He didn't say anything he didn't make a big stink about it. That was how it played down. But he was in my fucking head. You know what I mean? Like fucking, so
Yeah.
dude, the next weekend.
It's like you see her at school or something, and you start like looking around. You're like, oh shit.
Well, I think this was summertime.
Oh,
So we weren't at school right now. Like I don't know, the next weekend or whatever. I'm at work. I was working at Burger King, and fucking his little brother comes into Burger King, and fucking he's like, we're hanging out back or whatever, and I don't even know why, but I had these 3 joints on me, and fucking he asked, he's like, dude, can I buy one of those? And I'm like, yeah, dude. So I sell him this fucking joint, and then next day. I go home and I invite Justin over to my house. Oh, god damn it. I wasn't supposed to drop names. Fuck. I invite my buddy over to the house.
No one knows who that is.
Yeah, I didn't yeah.
Oh, shit.
I invite him over to the house.
Yeah.
I invite him over to the house and fucking, do you know who this is?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
So then the next day, I invite him over to the house, and we're playing video games, and like my dad's out in the shop or like out doing something. The house is empty. My mom's gone, and me and my buddy are playing video games, and we do this like screeching noise, and we're like, what the fuck? And we look out my window, and I had a real long driveway. And his dad is doing like 40 miles an hour up my fucking driveway. And yeah, my buddy, he doesn't know what's going on. Neither of us know what's going on, but we are both like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, what? Something bad is about to go down. He pulls in, me and my buddy like walk out of the house, you know what I mean? Like, look out, like, what's going on? And he just fucking like runs right at me. Puts his hand around my throat, shoves me up against my house. Then my dad like sees this from like 100 feet away, and he's like, you get your fucking hands off of my son, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he still has his hand on my throat, and he turns to him, and he's like, your fucking son sold my son pot. And then my dad just turns and looks at me, and then now they're both fucking furious at me. Like, he doesn't even give a shit that he's, like, choking me. And he's just, like, holding me up against the house. And then he turns to my buddy, and he's like, you get your ass home now. And fucking, yes, sir. And fucking gets in his car and takes off. And then it's just us 3. And they just, he's fucking pissed. And then my dad's like, oh.
He's more pissed than the other thing.
I know, but I think it was right. It was like one after the other. I think and he's like, this piece of shit. You know what I mean? Fucking getting my daughter naked, fucking selling my son drugs. Like, fucking, we're done with this now.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I was grounded the rest of the summer. I got in a lot of fucking trouble that time. Yeah, my dad, they inevitably, within like 30 seconds of that, he sends me into my room. My dad's like, you get to your room. I'm going to have a talk with him. And fucking, they're outside talking for like a half an hour. And then my dad comes in and he's like, everything out of your room. He's like, you're not allowed to have anything in your room but a bed and books and an alarm clock. And he's like, get it all out. Put it out in the living room. He's like, you're not allowed to have this. And they're like, you're grounded. It was like June. It was like late June. It was like right around now. And I got grounded for the rest of the summer. Couldn't do anything for 2.5 months or whatever. It was fucking miserable. Yeah, I was in a shitload of trouble.
So this one time, when I would come home from the restaurant from working, right, what I liked to do was just to stay up for a few hours and smoke weed a lot, right? And what I would do is I would smoke weed in the garage, and then I would, and this is 11 years ago, I would smoke weed in the garage, and then I would go into the kitchen and make a bunch of food and then take the food into my bedroom and watch something and eat a bunch of food at like 1 in the morning. So I came in from the garage and I had this metal pipe and I put it down on the kitchen counter and I was like, don't forget that is there. And then I made a bunch of food, like I'm holding like 4 plates of food, and of course go straight to the bedroom and eat the food and watch something and pass out. So the next morning, I come out into the kitchen, and my dad hands me the pipe and is like, "Go put this back in your room." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So that's my story.
That. You had a different dad than my fucking dad.
I caught a break, but that was typical Brad fashion. Erick and Bradshaw at gmail.com. erickandbradshaw@gmail.com.
Well, we wrapping this bitch up?
Yeah, we can, dude. So I had to go into this. Once a year, I get into country music and it only lasts like a month or two. But I got into it like 2 months ago, sort of when this show started, and I listened to nothing but country, and I'm finally out of it. Every year, I go into it, and what you have to do is you have to just dig in and just be like, eventually I'll get out of this, and just hold fast and just listen to country music. And then this week I got out of it. And I'm back onto brand new hip hop, just the hot new hip hop songs. So I'm off country, back into hip hop. It is so refreshing. I feel like a new man. Maybe that's why I'm in a better mood this week. But I was just, because these young kids, I think they have a lot to say, and they say it with high energy, and I love it. I fucking love it. So finally, I'm out of the country for the year, and I'm into the fucking hot new hip hop songs.
Boom.
And it is amazing.
Rock and roll. That's a weird way to live your life. But okay.
Yeah, it's like it's out of my control, and I just go with it.
Yeah, I guess so. That's weird. I fucking hate both those kinds of music. So
you can't just love one genre.
No,
you know what I mean?
I love all genres except two. Except two of them. I can listen to Frank Sinatra all day. I can listen to opera music, classical, alternative, reggae, anything, all of it, except country and rap. Rap gets a pass once in a while.
I think that I think I was born with something where I love all music. And I feel very blessed with that, because I have friends, that don't even like music. I know people that don't like it.
Yeah, that
so
blows. I don't believe it almost. Like, and if they do, like, it's just the fucking sociopaths. I don't even know what to say to that. That's disgusting.
Like, one time I was driving with my stepdad from Sandpoint to Seattle, and he's like, we're not listening to music in the car. We like the silence. No music. And I was like, what?
What?
Yeah, no music. So there's people that don't like music.
Murderers, fucking
craziness.
Gross. That's disgusting.
I like all music.
Hey, anyway. Do you know fucking, this is a real stupid one, but I just learned this like a year ago, and I couldn't believe that I had never been taught this and that I never realized it before. I'm sure a bunch of people I've told are just like, yeah, you didn't know that's how it worked. So did you know that when you're driving down a highway and the exit signs that come up, like exit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's mileage, right? And not just like the first exit, the second exit, and the third exit? I did not know that. If you're driving down the road and you see exit 67, that means you're 67 miles away from the border of that state. So if you're at exit 67 and you're going to take an exit at exit 100, that means you have 33 miles to go before you hit your exit. It's not 100. I am 100% sure. And doesn't that blow your...
You mean the mile markers?
No.
When it's like mile marker 2?
Exits. Notice if you're at mile marker 2, you're going to be at exit 2.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is
crazy. I'm glad you didn't know that, because it blew me away. And now you'll be driving around and you're going to get pissed, because I'm just like, how did no one tell me that? And then did you also know that
there's literally no exit signs here, so I'm not going to see them.
Okay, but in the future, when you're on a road trip, you're going to be like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't believe I had never noticed gaps between exits. I just always thought it was 1 exit, 2 exit, 3 exit, 4 exit, 5 exit, 6 exit, blah, blah, blah. But you'll actually go from exit 6 to exit 10 with no exits in between them. Because there's nothing for those blah, 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 blah.
Wait,
Isn't that
so
crazy?
if I pass something that says Division Street exit 7, that means it's 7 miles down the road?
No, it starts at wherever the road starts. So in most cases, if it's I-5 that runs from fucking Southern Oregon to Washington, it starts as soon as it crosses the border. It starts over again, and it goes 1 to 368 or whatever it is when you get to Portland, because it's 368 or whatever it is, 268 miles or whatever to the border. That's how far you are from where the road is. But some, it's not always from the state line. Like there's a highway that starts in Portland and then heads out 84, and so exit 1 is in Portland. But then if you're driving into Portland and you get on 84 when you cross the bridge at Pendleton or at Tri-Cities or whatever, you know what I mean, where you drop across and you come into Oregon, you'll be at exit 90 or whatever. That means you're 90 miles away or whatever.
I see.
You're 90 miles away from Portland.
Right.
From where
so exit 1 is in Portland. But then it might go 6 miles till the next exit. So then that's exit 6.
Yes, exactly. And did you also know, fun little trivia thing about roads, did you know that the numbers of roads are always east-west or north-south? So all the odd numbers are east-west, and all the even numbers are, the opposite. All the odds, like all freeways that go east to west. So what's I-5 goes north-south. So that means it's all the odd numbers are north-south, all the even numbers are east-west. So I-84, I-90, they all go east-west. Did you know that?
No, but it makes sense, I guess. I mean, Highway 2 goes east-west.
Yep. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. I think it's weird that knowledge isn't more spread around. Like I had to figure that out myself. Like I don't know where I heard the freeway one, and I can't even remember where I heard that.
I remember the thing on highway patrol people when they're looking for cars, they say money goes east-west, drugs go north-south. If you're looking for money, you got to look on east-west highways. If you're looking for drugs, you look on the north-south highways.
Huh.
Weird. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, do you know how many views your TikTok video has?
None.
Does it?
I don't get it. I don't get how it's 0.
I beat you.
Yeah, you did win, but no, we didn't even explain that in any of the other episodes.
No,
but we were having a competition on who could get the most TikTok views, and I just don't even get it. I thought it would get pumped out to a few people, and then it would start the algorithm for it. But maybe I misunderstood how TikTok works. Because you're obviously seeing why didn't that video get pushed out anywhere? You know what I mean? Why? I don't understand.
Are you sure it doesn't have any views?
How do you check?
Go to your profile. Or does it just not have any likes? Because mine has 250 views, but only 15 likes.
Okay, go to I'm at my profile.
And you see the video?
Yeah.
Just the thumbnail of it?
Yeah.
And it says no views?
Oh, there's a number right next to it? 2. Has 2 views.
Oh, really?
So why hasn't that been, pushed out anywhere? You know what I mean? Why hasn't it been given an opportunity to fucking... You know what I mean? I don't understand that. Did I tag the video wrong?
See how mine has that number?
Well, I can't. It's fuzzy. 254. How many friends do you have on TikTok?
11.
Yeah, I don't get it. I must have hashtagged it wrong or something. I did something wrong. I still think my video is better than your video, but whatever.
You want to know something weird I learned on TikTok?
Huh.
I have to play a song. But I'll play a Carl Flystone song so it doesn't get copyrighted. New Carl Flystone song out, but people were going like this, where you put your phone in your mouth, cover your ear, and it sounds really trippy.
Okay.
So if you're listening, take your phone, play a song, put your phone in your mouth with your speaker in your mouth, and then cover your ears, and then it's like a concert inside your brain. It's fucking craziness. ErickandBradShow@gmail.com. ErickandBradShow@gmail.com. Episode 10.
In the books. Done.
We'll be back.
Oh, here, real quick, before we sign off.
And thank you guys. iTunes reviews. Message.
Update. Woo!
Penny Lane.
Say hi.
Hi, doggy.
Isn't she just freaking adorable?
Oh, she's getting bigger, I think.
I know,
don't know,
dude.
maybe
She's already bigger. It's a champion doggy right there. Say hi.
How's that going? Good?
What's up?
How's that going? Good?
Yeah, she likes to shit on the floor, that's for sure.
Oh.
She pees outside. She's got the pee thing down, but she does not like to poop outside. Right? It's getting a little irritating.
She's what, fucking 10 weeks old?
8 weeks. A little over 8 weeks.
Oh my god. You got a long way to go.
I know. She's such a fucking cutie, though.
Right.
Oh.
You got a good one.
Well, love you guys. Till next week.
We'll be back.
Bye.
You were laying on the carpet like you're satin in a coffin. You say you believe you're saying, yeah, right now, but not that often. Are you dead or are you sleeping? Are you dead or are you sleeping? Are you dead or are you sleeping? Gosh, show you are dead. Disappear so often, like you listening to coffee. Are you here now, or are there probably thoughts under your meat? Are you dead, or are you sleeping? Are you dead, or are you sleeping? Are you dead, or are you sleeping? God, show you are dead. Now the blow's been softened since the air we breathe are coughing. Well, now the blow's been softened since the ocean is our coughing. Oftentimes, you know, our laughter is a coughing ever after. And now you know, the blow's been softened since the world is our coughing. Well, the blow's been softened since the all damn coffins. But everybody's talking about their short list. Everybody's talking about this. You were laying on the carpet like you're satin in the coffin. You say you believe what you're saying, not right now, but not that often. Are you